What's going on, guys? Jimmy Mahalik here, back with a second stimulus check update and second stimulus package update for you guys. In this video, we're going to go over current second stimulus news, the updated timeline for when to expect the next stimulus check, and I also have some new information about rental assistance and stimulus from states and cities also that a lot of you guys might qualify for. So make sure you watch all the way to the end. Also, you can cast your vote for this YouTube channel by hitting the like button down below. I really appreciate it. It really helps out my channel. And click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on second stimulus check update news. They're trying to pass the next stimulus package before July 31st. So we are going to have a ton of news coming out in the next couple days. Also, I got a huge list of states and local cities and college students and all sorts of different people that can qualify for stimulus money that came from the first stimulus package that is being distributed by states and local cities. So that'll be in the second half of this video. Make sure you stay tuned because you or somebody you may know may qualify for this money, and I'm going to go through that list in the second half of this video. The next stimulus package will likely focus on getting money to schools to fund the next school season, getting people back to work, jobs, potentially unemployment extensions, and also health care for the millions of people who have lost their jobs during this pandemic. And of course, a direct payment to Americans that we hope, with Donald Trump's words, will be a larger stimulus check this time around. The Democrats are actually urging the Senate and the Senate Republicans to actually go back to work now and start crafting their next stimulus bill and not even continue their next few days of recess that they have for this week. They're set to go back to work on Monday, and Democrats want them to even go back to work now and actually start crafting their next stimulus bill immediately. Nancy Pelosi, the leader of the Democrats in the House of Representatives, actually went on record to say that she would have all of the Democrats in the House skip their August recess and stick around to pass the next stimulus package if it hasn't been passed by then. They're trying to get the next stimulus package passed by July 31st, but they're going one step above and beyond and saying that they will stick around later if necessary to pass this next bill to get it out as soon as possible to Americans. Mitch McConnell, the leader of the Senate Republicans, has gone on record to say that they will unveil their version of the next stimulus package next week. Mitch McConnell has also said that if the next stimulus package does not include liability protections for doctors and for businesses that are open during the pandemic, that they will not pass the next stimulus package if there's not liability protections for businesses included, and that is pretty much a non-negotiation for them. There will be some negotiations on it, basically how much liability protections, who gets it, all that type of stuff, but they're making that mandatory that there will be liability protections for doctors, hospitals, and for small businesses in this next package. And I personally think that's pretty good. If the government, who basically just prints their own money, can put some money up and help small businesses, help hospitals, help doctors who are putting their lives on the line during this pandemic and prevent them from being sued, where basically the government would just pay the lawsuit money either through an insurance blanket or just pay for it directly, I think that would be a pretty good thing for all those people that are on the front lines for us. You can let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. The other big question is, will they be able to extend the $600 federal unemployment bonus to Americans before July 31st, which is when it's set to expire? A lot of people won't qualify actually for the last week of that bonus because their state's cutoff date will actually be past July 31st. There's been a lot of talk about extending this bonus at a lower amount. We've heard anywhere from $300 to $450, and we've also heard having a percentage cap so that workers can't make more than they were making at their previous job so that they have some type of incentive to go to work. Maybe it would be around 80 to 100% at the maximum. So they'd get somewhere close to what they were making at their previous job. They just wouldn't get more than what they're making. I also have a link to another recent video of mine that is about 17 different states that have extended their state unemployments for you. That link is down below in the description of this video. If you're on a mobile phone, you may have to click the little down arrow next to the title of this video. I also had a few comments lately from you guys asking about student loan forgiveness. There was some big news about a month ago about the possibility of having student loans forgiven, but we haven't had any new news about that. We're going to have a lot of new news in the next week when the next stimulus bill comes out from the Republicans, and as they negotiate on it and try to pass it relatively quickly, if things like student loan forgiveness will be included. So make sure you guys stay tuned. I will keep you updated as the new news comes out. We're also getting some new breaking news from actually retail stores such as Best Buy and Walmart forcing all their customers to wear masks in their stores. And you guys can let me know if you think that's a good idea or if you're not in favor of that. But they're requiring all their customers in Best Buy and Walmart, and we're going to see more of these coming forward where they require you to wear a mask. We're also starting to see some states issue statewide mask orders, and I know where I live in Northeast Ohio, all the counties around me are forcing you to wear masks out in public also. We're also seeing some demands from the White House and actually some type of threats that if schools don't open, that they could cut their federal funding for those schools, kind of trying to force them to reopen. And I just don't know if it's a good idea to have all these kids in a close area in every single classroom. I have a 2-year-old, and I'd be very scared if he was going to school. He's not going to obviously be going to preschool for another year or two, but it is a very scary thought to have your kid go to school with the possibility of catching this virus. You guys can let me know your thoughts down below. Do you want to send your kids to school? Oh, and if in case you were wondering, yes, the stock market is still hitting new all-time highs almost every single day. The NASDAQ has been hitting new all-time highs every couple of days. It's just absolute crazy. The Dow isn't quite at an all-time high, but it's getting there. The Dow was up like 500 points just yesterday, which is absolutely crazy with so many businesses still closed. Like cruise lines probably aren't even going to open this entire year. Airlines are down significantly, like 90%, the last income report I heard. And we still have like 18 million people out of work, which is more than 3 times the amount of people we had out of work before the pandemic. Yet the stock market is hitting all-time highs. I feel like that could be a huge bubble to burst if we do see a new second shutdown in a much larger capacity, which is a very real possibility. Okay, so now let's go over some states and cities that are giving out rental assistance or stimulus to their residents. Now, this is going to apply to a lot of people, but obviously I can't force everybody in every city to be able to get some of this. But if you qualify for it, or anybody you know that lives in one of these areas that may qualify for this may save you thousands and thousands of dollars on rent, or get a stimulus payment from these cities to pay for that. So if you can, share this on Facebook so anybody from one of these areas will be able to see this. And if you don't know about this, you just won't get the money. So starting on Thursday, New York is going to help pay for up to 4 months of rent, retroactive back to April through July for New Yorkers. The New York governor just announced this, and applications can be made here with this link. I will link down in the description all these different cities and states that are going to be mentioned down below in the description. New York is directing $100 million of their federal stimulus funds from the first stimulus package towards rent relief. And this is really good news because we're starting to see more areas do this. I had a past video where we talked about a lot of states and cities that did this, and we're now starting to see more. And when the second stimulus package comes out, if states and cities get more money, then we may see even more of this passed on to us everyday Americans. Minnesota is also putting $100 million towards rental assistance or for low-income people from Minnesota. This is also money directly from the first stimulus package, the CARES Act. College students may also qualify for a $5,000 stimulus money directly from the government, and as much as $7 billion was earmarked specifically for students as part of the first stimulus package passed by Congress, but as of late April, only 1% of it has actually been distributed, partially because students may not be fully aware that they are eligible. To help remedy that issue, financial startup Frank recently teamed up with education giant Chegg to simplify the application process with a new tool. This is the tool right here, and basically you can go through this tool and see if you qualify for new stimulus money directly from the government from the first stimulus package. Again, this link will be down in the description. So if you know anybody in college, share this video with them so that they can see this information, because it might get them up to $5,000 in new stimulus money. Indiana is also launching a rental assistance program, which will provide up to $500 per month for households unable to pay rent during the pandemic. Households can get up to 4 months of assistance, basically up to $2,000 in rental assistance if you or anybody you know lives in Indiana. Pittsburgh and Allegheny County are also offering rental assistance of up to $3,000 for rent, mortgage, and utility assistance. Pennsylvania residents are also able to seek assistance from the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. Henrico County is also launching rental assistance for their residents, and Richmond, Virginia is launching rent relief for immigrant families. We also have rental assistance for Miami-Dade County in Florida, and also Los Angeles, but Los Angeles is only good for about the next day or so. You have to apply before July 17th at midnight, so make sure you share this with anybody you know who lives in LA. And Louisiana is giving an additional $250 hazard pay to frontline workers, such as healthcare workers, bus drivers, cashiers, and several others. And finally, I have a website where you can actually search your state or your county, or search for anybody you know to see if there's other programs available in your area. I will link that also down below in the description. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And also, if you haven't yet, hit the like button for me. It really helps out my channel. Make sure you're subscribed. We're going to have tons of news coming out in the next few days about the next stimulus package. And this top video is about a new $5,000 proposal for a next stimulus package. And this bottom video is confirmation of the next stimulus package. And this video over here teaches you how to start a business selling products on Amazon. I have students that have replaced their entire 9-to-5 income by selling one product on Amazon. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.